Tonight going to be playing some standard with a new Capenna deck using Jinnie Fay. So get into the deck to show you how it works. So I don't have probably all the cards we'd want for this deck, but this is sort of a starting version of it. So basically the deck is built around Jinnie Fay. So reads, if you would create one or more tokens, you may instead create that many 2/2 green cat tokens with haste or 3/1 green dog tokens with vigilance. And something important to note about this, I'm not sure of the exact ruling, but based on the way it seems to work, I think however that token is created, like in its own rule, is how it's created by Jinnie Fay. So for example, if you create a tapped and attacking white human creature token with Adeline, instead you'll create a tapped and attacking cat or dog. So I'm guessing the ruling is something like the words around token, so like white human creature gets replaced by 3/1 green dog with vigilance, but the rest of the other card remains the same. So that also means, that's another example, basically anywhere where it says like create a tapped token, the token that gets created by Jinnie Fay will be tapped. But anything specific to the token, so like a haste or other like white, they won't be on the Jinnie Fay token. To go through the other cards, we have Jasper Sentinel, just as a good 1-drop and good combination with Magda, to potentially ramp quickly into the 3 and 4 drops in the deck, which are really where all the power of the deck is. So Voldaren Epicure is our other 1-drop. This creates a blood token, which can be good to try and filter through the deck, but also if you get one of them when Jinnie Fay's on the board, obviously that blood token then becomes a 2/2 haste cat or 3/1 vigilance dog. Same for the treasures from Magda. If you tap Magda with Jinnie Fay on the board, you get a dog or a cat instead. Same with the Prosperous Innkeeper. So yeah, basically just trying to generate value with token generation, and also these cards are all good. Even with Jinnie Fay not on the board, these are all played in meta standard decks. Voldaren Epicure tends to be played where it has some kind of combo function with the blood tokens, but it's still not a bad 1-drop. We have Join the Dance in the 2-drop slot as well, which can create 2 humans and flashback, so you potentially get 4 tokens off this. 2 copies of Arlen. It doesn't really matter if the 2/2 green wolves are dogs or cats instead, but again, Arlen just a kind of good card, and it means you can, with the +1, you can potentially get a creature out on the opponent's end step, so dodging sorcery speed board wipes. Jetmir is sort of the surprise win con of the deck. So if you got a board with 4 or 5 1-drops on it, not looking too threatening, you drop a Jetmir, and suddenly they're 3/1s with vigilance and trample. So yeah, ideally would probably have a couple more copies of Jetmir in here, maybe drop the Glyph Weaver and a couple of the Epicures, but I only have the 1 copy right now. Same for Goldspan Dragon, it's just a generally good card that you could afford to have extra copies of in the deck. The other nice thing is with the amount of treasures you can generate if you get to a stalled board state with Magda and the Jasper Sentinel on the board, you can grab the Goldspan Dragon with Magda's second ability. And then Bootlegger's Stash as a 6-drop. I feel like this is kind of a win more card in the deck. If we get to the point where we can afford to spend 6 mana on this, then we're probably already in a position to win the game. And yeah, basically this would just make a heap of treasures, which ideally would be, say, 2/2 cats. If we manage to get Bootlegger's Stash and Jinnie Fay on the board at the same time, we can tap at least 6 mana to make cats. But yeah, I would probably drop this as well, just for a more consistent deck around these middle cards. So another copy of Jinnie Fay maybe, and another probably 2 copies of Jetmir would be nice. Wedding Announcement, you could probably get another copy in as well. The Glyph Weaver is nice just to have on the board to dodge a Doomscar or a Blood on the Snow, but it doesn't work against Meathook Massacre, which is probably the more dangerous thing in this deck with all the 1-drops. And then land is just a bunch of mostly dual color lands. So the mana can be a bit unreliable. You can see I don't have all of the copies of all of these cards that I would have ideally to run this deck. Can be helped by the Jasper Sentinel and the treasure tokens from the Innkeeper and Magda. But yeah, you do occasionally get a game that just never goes anywhere because of bad starting mana. But anyway, that's probably enough of the deck. We'll get into a couple of games. So this deck can either work really well or not work at all, and occasionally somewhere in between. The other thing to note is I don't have any removal in the deck right now, which is not a good thing. I can do that into Magda next turn. Yeah, X is the number of creatures you control, or white, red X, and X is the amount of mana spent. Let's go with that plan from before. So I don't need to block the Ogrehead Helm right now, it's not so dangerous when they can't discard the hand. Looks like they're going to kill Magda anyway. That's fine, they probably don't do anything else this turn because of that, so we bought ourselves a bit of time. We want the white mana. So the choice that turn would have been to drop a Epicure and join the dance. No blocks yet. So yeah, now we're getting to the point where we want to be blocking the Ogrehead Helm. I think we can go ahead with Magda and join the dance. Hopefully they don't have a Cinderclasm. It's not really the kind of deck that would play that. So they're really scared of this Magda. So if I hit another land, I might play the going to kill one of these. I thought about triple blocking that, but then they might have had like something to give this extra. Do I want the extra treasure token? I kind of want to drop Jetmir as a surprise. Oh yeah, we can't play Jetmir with that treasure anyway, because we can't generate 3 colors of mana. So opponent concedes. Next turn would have been Jetmir and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we couldn't have played Join the Dance yet, but yeah, Jetmir would have made all of these into 4/2s with Trample and Vigilance. This would have been a 5/2. Goldspan Dragon would have been a 7/5. So yeah, at that point the opponent wouldn't have had much that they could do. Maybe if they could kill Jetmir, they could have survived the turn, but still would have had to block unproductively. Looks like a good start. Got the Jasper Magda combo on the board. And the opponent concedes. So yeah, this isn't actually as dangerous in this deck as in that Gruul aggro deck that plays Alana and Alina and some other broken 3 and 4 drops, but still apparently enough to get the opponent to just concede outright. This could be worse. Don't have a 1-drop, but we get the Innkeeper out. Turn 2. Doing this instead of Rockball Veil so that we have all colours of mana available in case we hit another 2-drop that needed white, though I don't think I have any 2-drops. Join the Dance, I guess, is the only 2-drop using white mana that I have. Simic. Can drop Adeline and attack with the Innkeeper, or can drop it Wedding Announcement. I think that's maybe better play since that won't risk my Innkeeper. I don't think they would have blocked the Innkeeper anyway, but it also doesn't use my treasure. I guess I have to use my treasure this turn regardless, unless I hit white mana, which I don't. They have mana open to counter this. Resolves. Maybe gets bounced. Yep. Tacked here because I think we can use the card draw more than the extra 1/1, since these are going to be flying creatures soon anyway. So they're not going to have board wipes in these colours. They might have flash creatures, amalgam. Right, I don't really want to play Essica's into 4 open mana. Play Rockfall Vale. Magda Resolves. Glyph Weaver. So I guess we've been kind of lucky that they haven't hit any instants off the top of the deck. And they concede. So you're considering, I mean, they played 2 bunch of lands. I don't know what they had in hand. I'm guessing at least 1 counter spells, because normally these Delver decks play counters. Maybe stuff like the +1 counter hexproof card. So that's the nice thing about, even though this is kind of like gimmicky combo deck, because it's using all kind of good cards, even if you're not hitting the combo, it can just win of its own merits of cards like Wedding Announcement, Goldspan Dragon. So this hand's a bit more awkward. We'll see. So when you get Jasper Sentinel out, it's especially awkward having hands like this into like red or black decks, because they often kill the Sentinel and then your mana's a bit screwed. Okay, this could be interesting, playing against a Magecraft deck. They haven't had a super fast start, so we should be able to get some tokens out. As blockers. Don't need to block that right now. because they've got black in the deck as well. Interesting. Oh, it's like clerics and magecraft. Don't think there's a 1 mana. Yeah. It's more just a clerics deck, I guess, rather than a magecraft. It's just sort of coincidence that this cleric is a magecraft card. Another Skyclave apparition hitting the wedding announcement, I would say. Yep. Looks like they don't have any instants in hand, since it passed priority to me straight away. So there's the surprise Jetmir. Suddenly those 1/1s are looking a lot more threatening. And I don't know why they didn't block anything, because even if they kill Jetmir now, they're... I guess they've got life gain. I guess they're feeling pretty confident about not taking lethal this time. Unfortunately, I can't play Jinnie Fay, and I couldn't play Jinnie Fay into Innkeeper, which would have given me an extra creature. Probably going to kill Jetmir, but and they still take 2 damage. We've got, if I can hit a land drop, we can get either Goldspan Dragon or 2/2 haste. Okay, they're going to attack with everything. Potential board wipe incoming. So I guess the okay, so I blocked correctly. Though I can't kill them now. Let's see. So I hit the land Too late. So yeah, if I'd hit a land drop to be able to play either of those cards, we could have killed them. At least we got to see the combo working there. Make some quick edits that I talked about yesterday. First thing was to get some of these red and white spell. Did the wrong filter. Probably chuck an Aganjo in there instead of planes. I don't think there's any advantage to having the planes there, since none of our... Yeah, we're not playing any of those lands that are revealer planes. Same for a forest, and let's just get the lands up. The Sage is the green one, and Sokenzan. Let's get him in there too. Now see if I can actually find that white card. Oh, we don't want lands. There we go, Lantern Flare. Okay, I've only got one copy of that, so take out a Voldar and Epicure for that. And then the other thing was to get rid of Bootlegger's Stash because it's not doing so much in the deck. And I was thinking, I don't think I have the card yet, but it's a whenever attack Rebel Rousing. Yeah, I think this is just better. We get it out a turn earlier, it does more, we can use it to grab a card with Hideaway, which we may or may not end up accessing, but yeah, I think it's worth crafting one of those. And probably we do want the forests available since all our fixing is in green, but have also been having issues with getting white lands, especially for Adeline. So I think I'll grab extra planes. Right. The curve's looking a bit better now as well. So I think we can get into some more games. If Magda survives, we should be okay. I think get Jetmir's out first. It's more useful than the Wild Tree at the moment. Play Sokenzan. Magda. It's probably a Doomscar. Maybe a counterspell. Right, looks like we're pretty set for mana. Get Essica's out. This protects us a little bit against Doomscar by having something decent on the board. It's gonna survive the wipe. And it also means we can get it out while they have no mana up for a counterspell, if that's what this is. Okay, they don't do anything. Question is, do we want to commit the Jinnie Fay, knowing they possibly have a board wipe? So with the mana they've left open, it's probably going to be Wandering Emperor coming out. Yeah, I think we play the land. And if I join the dance now, I can crew the chariot. Attack with the cats and the chariot. This way Magda isn't under threat from the blocker. If they play Wandering Emperor, we can hit it with Lantern Flare. I guess that's what they're going to do. They're going to play Wandering Emperor. Oh no, okay. I was expecting Wandering Emperor exiling the chariot and then a board wipe next turn, but apparently not. Interesting timing for the board wipe, I guess, after the can go for the haste cat. Crew the chariot with those two. The interesting thing is I think we can now make a well no, they're gonna kill that. I was gonna say if the chariot gets to attack, oh yeah, we get to make a creature with that as well. Nice. So if the chariot got to attack and copy a token, I think I could have copied a cat token with it. Yeah, I could have copied a cat token but ended up with a dog token. The opponent concedes. So yeah, nice little mini counter to Fretful Absence as well in Jinnie Fay. Oh wow, that's a pretty awful opener. I'm going to be greedy and keep it, just because we can get a turn 3 Arlen. Okay, we're playing against goblins or red haste, so maybe not the best decision to keep this hand. So yeah, things like Voldar and Epicure join the dance. These are really high value cards if you high value cards if you have Jinnie Fay on the board, because this for 1 red mana you make, say, a 1/1 vampire and a 3/1 dog. Or join the dance 2 mana to make 2 3/1s potentially. Might as well attack with this. I'm not going to block with it anyway. They attacked me that turn and not Arlen, because they could have forced me to block less productively than that.
Wait for the perfect moment to strike.
Get to make it into nighttime with that as well. I want to kill the Raiju. I can kill the rabbit battery as well. Get a bit more mana off Arlen. Use that to play one of these. Tap the Epicure. Might dump the other Epicure. To blood token. Try and hit a white land. So they're in position now where their Kami's flares won't deal the extra damage, because I killed the creature with counter on it. Right, I'm not too bothered about the fact that they spent 2 cards to kill Arlen. I think we got our value off her anyway. Could argue for dumping the Adeline instead, since we didn't have the mana, but you see now we do, so... Actually not going to play Adeline yet because it's better use of the mana to get the extra humans on the board. So next turn, if we play our Ganjo, we're set for... If we play it as a land, we're set for mana. So it looks like they're spending 2 spells to deal with 1 creature again. No point in attacking this turn. Next turn we drop Jetmir. If they don't kill anything this turn, we've got Thundering Raju coming in. It's fine. Everything's got vigilance now. Get another creature and opponent concedes. So we wouldn't have had quite enough for the trample, but they were taking 9 damage this turn, plus another 1, so 11 damage this turn. We had blockers up for everything next turn, so yeah, not a great position to be in with the mono red deck. Games with the deck so far, they've all actually been quite decent. No like non-games where we just didn't hit lands or anything like that. This is going to be a slower start because we've got all tap lands, but if we I was thinking Jasper Sentinel into Epicure, but it's not going to be able to... We're not going to be able to play Epicure on the second turn. See what we draw in the opening. Turn 1 draw. This actually is a bit of an awkward hand just because we haven't... Okay, that makes it better. Play this as a... I guess we can't play Epicure this turn regardless, unless we played it as a red land, but that wouldn't have been of any benefit. So drop one of the passes. Could just attack this turn if they don't kill the Sentinel, which they might, but okay, they decide to kill it after taking damage, which is fine by me. Discard 2 cards, okay. Get rid of that. And I think the Epicure can go now as well. Though we can play that next turn. If we discard Join the Dance, we can still play it as a 5 mana card. Let's do that. No, we can't play the Epicure this turn because of the mana colours. So we're going to kill Magda with that. Not really a card you tend to see in Standard. Kill the Epicure with that as well, it's fine. Looks like they're missing land drops as well. Gonna struggle to deal with Chariot in mono black. I guess actually no, it's fine. Sack a cat. Yeah, even the 5 mana. Right. So it looks like we're playing against a discard deck. That's pretty much already... Let's just play this as a tap land. I could have cycled it, but if they were going to make me discard, there's not much point. Right. The Droghid Necromancer doesn't do anything against any of my cards, since they're all tokens, other than the Esika's Chariot, and if they block Esika's Chariot with it, then the Necromancer dies. Not really any point in tagging with these. Copy another cat. Alright, they're going to block with the Necromancer. No problem there. I think we're at the point where we can probably just swing with the team. I'm guessing they have a Blood on the Snow in the deck, if not in hand, but they haven't been hitting their land drops. Or at least like they didn't hit land drops until the past 2 turns, so we might have an extra turn to figure something out. Got no god cards in the deck, so World Tree's activation doesn't do anything for me. Just kind of unfortunate. Another Esika's Chariot seems good. So they're going to kill Magda with something. If it's the lose 2 life instant, then okay, it's the gain life one. They tapped out for it. Blood on the snow incoming, maybe? That's a Turgid, okay. Yeah, attacking with Essica's doesn't really do anything for me right now. We have to tap. We'd only get 1 damage through. Better off waiting another couple of turns until it gets buffed by the wedding announcement. Alright, so there's going to be the wedding announcement gone. And it draws a card. Okay, they get my wedding announcement now. It's a bit irritating. We discard our extra land. We'll see if I can draw the cat demon guy, Jetmir. I can still salvage this game. If I draw another land, I think I just concede. This gives us at least another chance at drawing a useful card. Yeah, I'm not playing against that card again.